guys, so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, I wanted to do a quick little shelf makeover. You guys know that I have been talking y'all head off when it comes to these romances, right? Black romances. And I have accumulated a lot. I got into this genre heavy last year. I have a 3 bookshelf. In the beginning, I did not like categorize it. You guys know I categorize my, library. I like to do it by genre and by author and sometimes by race. A lot of the non-black authors, they go on the bottom, but I wanted to switch out some bookshelves. I have, which you guys will see in a minute, I have a section of YA and middle grade, and I don't gravitate towards those books. I have to be in a mood to, read a YA slash middle grade book. And the last YA book that I read was The Davenports, The More Than This, and that was like the beginning of the year, and I haven't picked anything up from there. So I want to switch that out. And again, it's going to be easy because I don't have to pick up, bookshelves and do all that. I literally just have to take the books off the shelves and rearrange them. And then I do think I'm going to change out the frames, because in that section, since it is middle grade YA, I kind of wanted a more fun type of, not kitty at all, not kitty, but something a little, fun and sweet because of the genre. But I did print out some pics that I think I might use, but I don't know. First, I just want to focus on, the shelves and see. We can just go from there. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so this is the bookshelf that we are working with. This is the YA slash middle grade bookshelf, and it is much bigger than the one that I have for, like I said, the romance. I was just thinking, since that shelf's going to be smaller, I'm not going to be able to do all of this on the top, but that is fine. That's, not a big deal. I just have so much more, romance covers, and then I kind of want to show them off because y'all know them romance covers have been bomb. Okay. Just like the YA and middle grade covers are so pretty, but again, like I said, I don't gravitate towards this genre, and I just want to show a little bit more love to the romance books. And I actually did get a new release romance book, which I'll show you guys later. But yeah, I got that yesterday. So we are going to take these out first, put them on the side, and then I'm going to show you guys the romance section. I was mentally looking at some books I did want to get rid of. And so far, I do think I'm going to get rid of these Harry Potters. First of all, I don't even have the whole collection. I believe there's 7 books in the collection, and I have only 4. I've only read 1, which is the first one, and I read half of the second one. And I'm like, I don't have a desire to read this, if I'm being honest. So I went through a phase where back in 2022, I believe, I was trying to read them. And yeah, so yeah, we're gonna get rid of these. I don't need these. Um, Everything else I want. Yeah, everything else I think I do want. So got rid of 4 books. So that means I have some extra, you know, room on the shelves. Yeah, which I have 2 versions of. Actually, I have 2 versions of the Watsons. I have these 2 because I think at one point I got one of these from Second and Charles, and I got one from a library sale, and I can remember if I had it or not. And I think since I remember seeing this cover in school, I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna get rid of this one. And again, I'll just donate these, or sometimes I will go to Second and Charles. And I don't even get the cash back because they don't do that right. They don't. I've literally had 3 bags of books and they gave me like $14 for that. So I remember when they did that, I was like, well, can I just exchange that for like a store credit so I can like buy more books? And it gave me more. So now let's look at the romance section. So this section is the romance section. As you can see, it's tucked away because my desk is right here. Small 3-book shelf. So yes, I just have too much books on here. And I have books that are also like in the back. Let's now clean this one off.
I came home, say, around 2:45, still so high, hypnotized in a trance from this body, so buttery brown and tantalizing. You would have thought I needed help from this feeling that I felt, so shook I had to catch my breath. Ooh, there goes my shirt up over my head. Oh my, oops, there goes my skirt dropping to my feet. Oh my.
Okay, so all the books are on the shelves, which I have a lot of room, but I was thinking, and on my TBR cart, I have some books that I have not read that are romance slash urban fiction, because that's another thing. I also link my urban fiction and romance because it's usually just like urban fiction romance, because usually in the urban fiction there's like a love story. So I do mix those genres up, and I just separate them. So like this second shelf is all in fiction slash erotica. And then I was thinking about having like a display, since it is like a romance, shelf, but I didn't know which books to choose from. I know I thought, if I'm being honest with y'all, I thought I had more romance books than this. I know it sounds crazy because it's a good amount. And again, I have like 17 books on that TBR cart that are romance slash urban fiction. Because I do have to be mindful that, you got 17 more books. And like I said, I was looking at some that I wanted to maybe display. I do like this. These are the 90s kind of love. They are short novellas. I got these from Amazon. Love them. And I just love the covers of them. And y'all know love 90s R&B. So I'm like, I definitely want to showcase that. I like the cover for this book. I like this book. I think when I did read romances in 1 week, I read this book and really did enjoy it. This is Vanessa Jarrett's Got a Man. I love the cover. And again, this like screams romance. So I was like, I can maybe put that there. Which, let me see something. Put these there. Okay. And then I do like this cover. This Cover Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. I don't know, because I feel like I should have like 3 books here. And I could maybe display like um the Skyland series. I'm trying to figure something out. Do I have, oh, you know what? You have these 2 books that I also got from Amazon. These are eroticas, yeah. They're words of affirmation. I think I've read Call Me. No, talk to me nicely. And these are eroticas. So if you're not into eroticas, I wouldn't get these, but they're really good. You know what? Look. Yeah. Maybe something kind of like this. I don't know. Okay, I'm kind of liking it. And you already know I'm probably going to, when I go to like TJ Maxx or Home Goods, Burlington, y'all know I'm probably going to find something that I can kind of put on here that, is that kind of theme. So yeah, I'm really gonna have to change this because y'all, this is grandma with her granddaughter at church giving her gum, and that don't that don't even correlate. And then I have these bookmarks. Y'all know I make these bookmarks, and I'm going to put some of these on here. So I found this one actually in a book. This is how Stella got her groove back. I have a Waiting to Excel one. Then I got a Love Jones. I gotta find that. And I don't want it to look like crowded, but again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I do like this series. Kennedy Ryan, y'all know, screams romance, obviously. Yeah. Maybe something like this. And then I can put some of these bookmarks, like I said. over there. Okay. The pictures that I was thinking about using are the ones that I also like to have on my Kindle when I decorate it. So I just printed these out. I think I'm going to use this one. I do like this one for maybe the small two ones. I don't know what I'm going to put on for that one. I did print this one out. That's how the shelf is looking for the romance. I am liking it. I just have to get used to it. Okay, so that shelf is done. I did put some of the books like in the front row that I really do like. And I did have these Who What Where books. I really do like these. And they used to be obviously on top. I'm gonna maybe put somewhere on the bookshelf over here. Because I don't want to overcrowd my stuff. Because you know what? This goes perfectly over here. Because these 3 rows are all nonfiction, memoirs, critical analysis. So yeah, it'll be perfect right here. Okay, so again, I do think these are some of the picks that I'm thinking about doing. I got 2 of these frames from the dollar store and the bigger one from Walmart. It's a little bit more sturdier. So I'm going to come back and show you guys how they look in the frames. So I end up laminating this one and I had to cut it. It's not perfect, but it's fine. So I just had like some construction paper. I put it as the base and then I wanted to laminate it just for it to pop a little bit, and some black construction paper. I used the same black construction paper I had for the last one, and I literally just glued it on the back of the construction paper. I ended up taping this one since the paper's laminated. Here is the last one. Okay, it has a glare, obviously. But yeah, I like the way they look. And I wanted to switch out the vibes since this is romance and erotica. Show you closely. Sorry about the glare, you guys. I shut the blinds so you can kind of see it, but yeah. Okay, guys, so that is it when it comes to my little mini makeover bookshelves. Again, like I told you guys, I will probably get like some little knickknacks if I see something that I do like. I don't want to overcrowd it, but you know, y'all know when I be going to them little stores, I will pick up some little, trinkets. Lastly, I did want to show you guys a book that I got yesterday. I went out with my aunt, took her out, and of course I'm like, let's stop by a bookstore. Did get Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. Some people were saying this character kind of gives you a little bit of Hendrix from Skyland series. And I did get that book and I did finish it and I did, like it. I like Hendrix. Yeah, they were kind of comparing it a little bit. But it still has, but they're still different, characters. Yeah, guys, that is it when it comes to this video, and I'll be back with more Black books.